What's going on, YouTube? Earth Power here, doing another video profile, or deck profile.
That one.
That one. For this place, YouTube, that you're on right now and watching me on. Alright,
You just want to
so
a real power?
we are
That was awkward. Moving
doing
on.
Control Survivors today. Profiling Control Survivors today.
Yes.
I'm struggling with words.
He's sick. Not really.
He is sick.
I wouldn't be here if he was here.
The funny thing is, you're saying I'm sick and they're seeing this video a week later.
I don't care.
Anyways,
He's still sick, and the camera's being odd.
time skips, but alright, we're gonna get right into it. So here we go.
Start over personally.
Two Factory Show Q. This is, like I said, Control Survivors. 4 civs. This is the one you saw of myself versus Gorby, and you'll be seeing a lot more of in future video duels.
Yay.
It's turned into one of my favorite decks, but Factory Shell Q is your survivor that lets you search any creature that has survivor and put it into your hand. It's like a Rumbling Terahorn, but for survivors. And again, with survivor abilities, all survivors when summoned have other survivor abilities. So, moving on, we have Smashhorn Q. Gives all survivors plus 1,000 power, including himself. So he's a 3 mana, 3,000 power drop, and pretty much prevents everything. You'll notice all the survivor decks, Scorby mentioned something like this, that they all have about 2,000 power, 1,000 power. They're all very weak. But Smashhorn changes all that around. One Smashhorn makes everything on my field, outside of blazosaur, impenetrable to Burst Shot, Phantom Flame, all the weenie kill that fire uses, and makes everything really big and hard to get rid of with any creatures that could attack and kill.
The sound of Arnold Palmer.
In the background. It's great. Anyways.
We should have a
Next.
Sponsorship. Moving
We're
on.
going to do these in civs, and I guess I'll review the survivors at the end of this, but the next nature card is Rumbling Terahorn. I'm just running one. This deck runs Miraculous Rebirth, as you saw in the video that we uploaded with me versus Gorby, but it runs Miraculous Rebirth, and the only 5-drop survivor I have is Graveworm. So I was trying to think of what to put in for another spot earlier, a couple weeks ago now, but Rumbling Terahorn came to mind. It's my only other 5-drop to hit with Rebirth, and hitting Rumbling Terahorn with Rebirth just
It's amazing.
me hit anything with Rebirth pretty much, and it puts a body on the field. So that's why the one Rumbling Terahorn. 2 bronze on traps for a little bit of mana excel. The deck needs it. A lot of my bigger control survivors are all 5-6 drop cards, and they all need to be on the field at the same time to really get the process rolling. So bronze on trap just helps me get up to that. 4 swaps because again, this deck runs all my survivors, and to get them out, survivor is getting the survivors out is completely necessary, and Soulswap just helps move that along a little faster. I can Soulswap something in and then still play Smashhorn and still play another survivor. For water, my other biggest player next to Factory Shell is Ripple Lotus Q. Ripple Lotus has a survivor ability to where when you put it in the battle zone, or whenever you put a survivor into the battle zone, you tap one of your opponent's creatures. This creates total field control when you have Smashhorn and Ripple Lotus on the field, because everything's big, everything's tapping, and you can kill anything on the board pretty much. 1 Spikestrike Ichthys. I have no idea. I used to call it
Ichthys.
Atheist?
Ichthys.
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 You have to say it with a lisp?
No.
Oh.
There's a TH in it.
Oh. Ichthys. I feel like that's the only way to say it.
Ichthys.
But anyways, I used to call it
Ichthys.
Spikestrike Isosceles because I didn't care about the name. But I'm just running a one of. He makes my survivors unblockable, which is really awesome.
Gorby?
Yes.
Oh.
Which is really awesome for my finisher, which we'll get to in the next civ. 2 Aqua Hulcus, a little bit of draw power there. I'm not running 4 because, well, the deck's huge, and with Factory Shell Q, you're already drawing a lot. You're getting a lot of what you need already. 2 Emeral lets me get, again, with such a big deck, you want to get your triggers down there if you happen to draw them, and Emeral helps move that along. He's also a 2-drop, which...
Apparently he's a water staple now?
Yeah, one of 8.
Is that what we've concluded?
Yes, it's really good.
Yes,
Yeah?
it's really good.
It's really good.
Emeral.
It's
Spencer's
got the CBH guarantee.
I've been in doubt for a little while.
Swan's in disbelief, but Emeral is a staple, in my opinion.
Almost.
Not almost a staple. Almost.
Nothing is really a staple.
Well, he's worth being played in
okay.
a lot of, in almost anything that runs water.
Oh,
I'm
that's
running
fair.
2 Thrash Crawler versus 1. I know I'm running the swaps, but the swaps are going to be used primarily to get out Factory Shell, Ripple Lotus, and my other bigger.
And the Thrash
Survivors.
Crawlers are primarily to get out swaps. No, I'm kidding.
And Thrash Crawler is just really good hard cast in this deck. Once I start the train rolling with this deck, Thrash Crawler just adds a little bit more synergy to it. Next we have 2 Surfer. Again, I had to cut the numbers here. I'd like to run more, but the deck's already at 54.
Good
and
lord.
I can't. And I can't bring myself to run anything more than that.
I just got some doubt going on back there.
It's 54, but with the search with Factory Shell and the draw power that this deck has in it, I thin through my deck pretty fast. 4 Energy Stream. I like it over Hulcus in this just because it's more consistent for me. It provides a little more synergy. It gets more into my hand. And the body with Hulcus really isn't necessary in this deck because survivors are providing all the field control you need. Alright, this is why Spikestrike Ichthys is good.
Ichthys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will forever call it Isosceles. It's like Pokemon names. Once I've got them in my head, that's how they stayed. So
That's like what?
Like what?
I don't know. I'd have to go back to look at some, but they're there. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Anyways, Q-Tronic Gargantua as an evolution of a survivor. Put it on any old survivor. 6 mana, 9,000 power, which is gigantic.
Gets over Taj, which is
It's
important.
very important. And Crew Breaker. It breaks an extra shield for every survivor you have on the field. It already breaks 1, but if you have if you have another survivor, it breaks 2, so on and so forth. And with Spikestrike Ichthys, I'm gonna say it like
You really can't do it.
Ichthys.
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 He also
Thank you.
can't see
Ichthys.
3D.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also can't see 3D.
Yes, I can't see 3D. I have a disorder. Q-Tronic Gargantua.
We need the name for that disorder.
Once I get
Ichthys.
4 survivors on the field with Ichthys on field, he's gonna just swing in and break all 5 at once. So
And then
Q-Tronic Gargantua.
all of them get turbited.
All the
yes,
pits.
he has 5 pits and shields. I'd be upset. I wouldn't know what to do. Maybe disqualify him. I don't know. For blazosaur, he's my the 2-drop that I want to see on turn 2. I mean, Emerald's nice, but blazosaur, I really want to get the train rolling as fast as possible with this deck because it really requires a snowball effect to get everything going. And the minute they stop you somewhere in the chain, it tends to fall apart. It's a little easier to recover with this build, but you don't want everything to die. And getting as many survivors out as fast as possible out, then that's going to be your best, I don't know what word I'm trying to get
Bet?
here. Bet.
Are there any more 2-drop
Flow.
survivors?
Flow.
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
There's a lot of 3-drops.
Yes, Q.
2 Apocalypse Vise. It's just
One of
moving
them
fire.
hollow, one of them not. That's a requirement.
Yeah. Anyways, 2 Apocalypse
Just don't let
Vise.
me see you have one, then you play the other one.
It kills a lot of stuff. 2 Burst Shot, Anti-Rush, once I have Smash Thrown on the field, it kills everything the opponent has pretty much. It's less than 2,000 of course, or 2,000 or less. And 2 Phantom Flame is just for the immediate cheap kill, should I need it to protect Blazosaur or whatever I'm trying to accomplish at the time.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, now we have the Darkness Civilization. This deck is big, guys. 2 Skull Sweeper. As you saw in the video with Gorby, which I will keep referring to because it's probably going to be the only video you see with Control Survivors until this deck gets profiled, which you're watching now.
So it'll be fine.
Yeah, so it's just great. No.
Should play some games first.
Yeah.
So, with Skull Sweeper, once I have Ripple Lotus Train going and Factory Shell, I'm summoning cards, I'm tapping cards, and when I attack for that turn, I'm discarding cards out of their hand. And with the shields, if I'm single breaking shields, if I don't have Gargantua on the field, and I have Skull Sweeper, one card attacks a shield, it gets sent to the hand. The next card attacks, that card gets removed from their hand if it wasn't a trigger, and break the next one. And it almost requires them to use their triggers against Skull Sweeper to stop that from happening. So it protects Factory Shell, protects my Ripple Lotus, protects the bigger survivors. One Graveworm, he's my other 5-drop for Rebirth. When I summon him, I get survivors back from the grave. It just adds a little bit of synergy there. It lets me not have to play Morbid or other recursion spells. And since I'm running so many of the other survivors, it's really not too necessary, but he's there just in case, and he works. 2 Bloody Squito as my one of a few blockers in this deck. Stops Ganta, stops early rush. He's good if I get him, and he just kind of stays on standby otherwise. 2 block, chump block.
2 of 4 blockers.
2 of 4. Thank you.
That's not a lot.
No.
At all.
2 Cranium Clamp. Again, hand discard, early, fast. It can cripple the opponent if you get it all turn 4. It's great. 1 Lost Soul. Again, I had to slice numbers here, and instead of running 2, I'm just running 1. And Skull Sweeper really does a lot of the major discard that I need it to, outside of the early clamps. So, Lost Soul's there if need be. 4 Terror Pits. It's just really, really good. I like 4 in this build because I'm running only 2 Surfers, only 2 Phantom Flames, 2 Burst Shots. So the Terror Pits pick up the shield trigger weight, I guess, for the deck at this point. And the last card in here to round it out at 54 is my only multi-civ cards. 2 Miraculous Rebirth. These create so much synergy with survivors. I can kill anything in between 2 and 6 mana and get any survivor in that 2 and 6 mana range with Rebirth. So
5,000 power or less.
5,000 power or less, of course, barring the cards.
That's what you kill.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, barring the cards restrictions, you can pretty much get any survivor once you kill something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, and I've got a survivor that fits into each of those categories. So Miraculous Rebirth does a lot of work there, and if not, it's a guaranteed +2 at least. So Miraculous Rebirth doing that work for this deck, and that's Control Survivors. So look forward to seeing more video duels in it, and like, comment, subscribe, and really guys, like that like button, or click on that like button, give me that thumbs up. That's how people find us, that's how everybody gets to know us and love us like you do, and look forward to all the new subscribers, and hopefully guys, we will see you next time. Peace.
Peach.